Hey guys, I just wanted to show you my resource, sensitive resource paper. For whatever reason, I can't turn it around me unless I flip it, so I'm just gonna go back and forth. So here's what the layout looks like. Resources for parents to help children deal with divorce. My topic was divorce, which I come from a divorced family, so it hit home for me personally. So right here, it just talks about reaching out, a local resource in Royalton, which is pretty close to here. And they have a divorce care for kids, which is really cool. Here's the link for children 5 to 12. Okay. And then here is another resource. I'll flip it around and read it. So it says, it's divorcemagazine.com. It was launched in 1995. It's the first and it's still the only publication of its kind. So basically they created this magazine because they couldn't find any practical down-to-earth advice and support when experiencing divorce, remarriage, and creating successful step families. They had questions, so many questions, and they thought they could reach out to the public in an easier way with this magazine, which they successfully have done. So I put the resource website on there. It just talks a little bit about, they have online and offline magazines, so you can download the magazine for free on the website, and you can reach divorce professionals on the digital magazine to their website for free as well. And yeah, it says divorce is hard. If you're facing separation or divorce, you may be overwhelmed with all this legal, financial, emotional, and practical aspects of the process. You are being asked to make decisions that will affect the rest of your life at one of the worst, the absolute worst times in your life. The only thing more stressful than divorce is the death of a spouse or a child. And then I also have, I'll switch it around and show you this found this book called My Family's Changing, a first look at family breakup. And it says on here, this unusual picture book for younger children explores the issues of divorce. The author of this is a psychotherapist and counselor and helps children face their fears, worries, and questions when their family is going through a breakup. A special feature, What About You? Sidebar on the book appears with frequently asked questions directed at the child himself. So the questions kind of encourage the children to explore their own feelings and how they feel about it, which is really cool because I think there are some books out there that are good picture books and kind of maybe tiptoe maybe around the real issues. You know, I saw books on there that were just, you know, like Mom and Dad Still Love You, and just kind of more basic things about, you know, Mom and Dad Still Love You and all of that. But I think this specifically discusses more about their feelings and issues and how they're feeling. And I think that's super important, especially if the child isn't feeling heard. And if the child is a little bit older too and has all these questions too, it's, you know, different ages, you know, react to it differently and have a better or worse understanding of it depending on their age. So I think this book is really good for, it said from 4 to 7, but I think, you know, the 6 and 7-year-olds, I think, you know, the kids that have 1,000,000,001 questions that won't stop asking questions, I think this is good because then it turns the question on them and asks, okay, well, how do you feel about this? Or, you know, he made a good point. How do you feel? Which I think is really good and an easy transition to kind of ask your child how they're feeling. So I have that. That's what I read right there. Like I said, divorce magazines right here. And then I have Kids First. So Kids First is another website. And it says, Kids First give children a voice in divorce, custody, and other conflicts by providing focused legal representation and services for kids. The overall goal for Kids First are to create stability for children, lessen the effect of conflicts on kids, connect families to support systems and needed resources, and make children's voices heard. So not only do they provide, services for the children, but there's also a lot of good resources for children, for adults, with tons of other books, recommended for, your child to read to your child, as well as websites. So there's a lot of really good information on this. So that's right there. And yep, that is my paper. Hope y'all enjoyed.